Hello and welcome back to my Samurai Jack Retrospective. I'm your host, That Minnesotan Guy. You know, out of all my personal favorite episodes, people are going to ask me what my number one favorite episode is. Well, today is your lucky day. So let's not waste any more time and review Samurai Jack Episode 10, Jack and the Lava Monster.
We open with Jack wandering a field where it is very cloudy and windy.
A lone wolf means many things. Some believe that they symbolize those who don't trust many individuals. Others believe that they symbolize nonconformity. I'll let you decide on what they symbolize.
Jack stops for a minute.
There are many moments that I love about this episode, and this is one of them. Without any music, the eerie voice is effective because it creates suspense by placing Jack in an open area and he can't tell where the voice is coming from. I should also point out that the voice also acts as a build-up for a satisfying payoff. And here's a challenge for you. Go somewhere where there isn't any civilization around and imagine this voice in your head. Trust me, you'll have trouble sleeping at night.
Who is there?
Jack continues to hear the voice. Jack runs forward until he finds an area overcome with ash.
The panning shot of the ash fallout is artistically impressive. The way that we see it stretch for miles, as well as the smoke rising from the ground, really gives off a rather apocalyptic mood. Now, don't get too afraid though. I think it's safe to assume that Jack hasn't stumbled across Yellowstone National Park.
Jack recognizes that the ash is evil. It's obvious that Aku did something here. As Jack treks the wasteland, he finds something shocking.
Oh man, it looks like Ragnarok came and went.
Jack sees a bright light at the top of the mountain. I have to admit, the visual is beautifully haunting upon multiple viewings. He manages to climb to the top and finds a tunnel.
Here comes another favorite moment of mine, the trap sequence. I love it because each challenge gets more risky for Jack to navigate. It's also extremely memorable, given the fact that I have a taste for creative traps and all types of epic tales. The traps also add to the buildup of what is drawing Jack into the mountain. I hope you're all ready for this sequence firsthand. It's quite the thrill ride.
Jack dodges some spears and cuts a hole through a closing entrance. The ceiling then starts to collapse, with Jack barely making it. Jack slides further down and sets off darts via tripwires. Luckily, Jack uses shields to block the darts. Jack slides again and narrowly grabs a stalagmite, which breaks. Jack clings to the edge of a wall and gas flows out of it. Stuck between a closing mouth and the gas, Jack jumps through. Once he reaches the end, Jack falls into a spinning vortex of spikes, which he cuts. Lava then pours through the vortex, and Jack jumps on sinking platforms until he floats to the center of the mountain.
Now here is the moment that you have all been waiting for.
Welcome to your doom.
This is a great payoff, no doubt about that. With an ominous voice, you'd expect it to fit something monstrous, and you get just that.
As a lifelong fan of this show, I believe that the lava monster is one of the coolest characters Tartakovsky has ever created. If I were to make a list of the most badass monster designs in pop culture, I would rank this guy in the top 3.
Aside from his design, the lava monster's personality is something I'll never forget as a fan. You'll see in a little bit here about why I love this character so much.
Jack asks why the lava monster has lured warriors into the mountain.
My purpose is to battle.
The lava monster attacks with his mace, only for Jack to cut him on the side.
At last, after all these years, a worthy opponent.
I really like how the lava monster recognizes Jack's skill. It's also the first indication that he isn't evil, and that there is more to him than you think.
Jack stops fighting, but the lava monster tells Jack that his goal is close and that this fight won't end yet. He forms a crystal sword, but Jack dodges it.
I shall not be denied!
The lava monster's goal is another thing I like about this character. He's clearly striving for it and won't say no to anyone who refuses the chance to give it to him.
Jack still refuses to fight, but the lava monster can't strike Jack defenseless due to his code of honor. He reveals that he is fighting for freedom of a curse placed upon him long ago. The lava monster unearths a stone tablet which details his past.
This is where things truly get interesting. The backstory for the lava monster is shown to us in excellent detail, and the art style for his story is so breathtaking that it has to be seen to be believed. His backstory also gives you a reason to care for him, and yes, I do care for the lava monster every time I see this episode. Here you go.
The lava monster was once a warrior who lived in a kingdom with his wife, 2 sons, and a dog. Due to good times, his people prospered. One day, a solar eclipse happened and Aku attacked the land. The armies of the kingdom did their best, but Aku decimated them. As the only one left, the warrior tried to fight back, but Aku ultimately struck him down. Aku then imprisoned the warrior in an unbreakable crystal and forced him to watch his kingdom fall into what we saw earlier. Aku then thrust the warrior into the core of the mountain, which denied him entrance into Valhalla. As centuries passed, the warrior found a way to manipulate the rock to form a body and then created the traps. The only way the warrior can reach Valhalla is if he is defeated by another warrior.
Everybody got that? Good!
Out of every backstory that this show had to offer, this is the best one to me. The lava monster's backstory is another favorite moment of mine as well.
Now that Jack understands, he continues the fight.
The battle music here is fantastic. It gets you pumped for this fight and keeps you at the edge of your seat.
Jack gets up and states that he has only begun to fight. After a few awesome moves from both Jack and the lava monster, Jack delivers the fatal blow.
My freedom has arrived. Accursed monster! Your spell is broken!
The epic quality of this episode has reached critical mass at this point. I don't know how much more awesomeness I can take.
The warrior ages quickly and asks Jack to give him his sword.
Thank you.
Y'all want to know what my favorite moment in this episode is? It's the ending.
The Valkyries of Valhalla then arrive from the heavens and take the warrior with them. He then smiles at Jack one last time. Jack then carves the warrior with the word free, and we end this episode with the warrior and the Asgardians watching over him.
The ending of this episode is my favorite moment, mostly due to the music that plays instead of characters talking. It's a pleasant piece to hear, and it warms my heart every time I listen to it. While I'd like to play the entire thing for you, I feel that you should listen to it for yourself so you can understand my feelings about it. However, though, I can provide you with at least one sample of it.
Wacha!
So that was Jack and the Lava Monster. As my favorite episode out of the entire series, I could talk about how I love it for countless hours. Artistic quality, story, character depth, suspense, music, and action sequences are this episode's strengths, But I could go on forever about anything else this episode has to offer. Join me next time when I review episode 11. Now just remember, folks, I don't do this show for praise, recognition, approval, or anything like that. I do it because I want to. I'm That Minnesotan Guy, bringing you all quality entertainment since 1996. Or is it 1986? I don't know. I'll see you all next time.